In the U.S. National Anthem, please welcome to the microphone multi-Grammy Award-winning superstar Kelly Rowland.
All right, so where was I? Yeah, I ended up talking about so many different things. I really didn't get deep into the fight. So let me go ahead and give you guys my analysis on the fight. Floyd Mayweather, he showed every different element to basically a virtuoso fighter. You know, he showed every part of the sweet science. Boxing in the inside, counter-punching, beautiful foot movement, and ring generalship. He would, every now and then, he would back up against the ropes, and he had Robert Guerrero almost afraid to come in, popping him with them piston-like lead right hands all night. Hurt Guerrero 2 times in the fight, probably more than that, but for sure he hurt him 2 times in the fight. It was a masterpiece, in the words that BoxingScene.com and Boxing Talk, I guess, used. It was definitely a masterpiece. I completely agree. You know what was really impressive about this fight is in the first 3 rounds, Robert Guerrero showed that he was really a dangerous opponent. In those first 3 rounds, what Guerrero was doing is he was forcing Floyd to lead. And every single time Floyd would lead, surprisingly, Robert Guerrero would come back with these real quick, rapid-fire counter punches, which I think really surprised Floyd. And Floyd was kind of saying, man, this dude is pretty good, right? So, and this is the thing that makes Floyd Mayweather so impressive as a fighter. And this is what puts him on a different level than any other fighter. Because what Floyd Mayweather did, those first 3 rounds were close. What Floyd Mayweather did is he adjusted. And what he started to do, since he noticed every time he threw a lead right hand, Robert would come back right away. What Floyd started to do is he started to feint Guerrero. And when he started to feint Guerrero, it would put Guerrero, out of position. And then that's when Floyd would start to nail him with those perfect right hands over and over and over again. And, it kind of reminded me, face expression wise, it reminded me of Diego Corrales. Like I said, I remember Diego Corrales coming into the fight. He had this little smart ass kind of smirk when he was following around Mayweather for the first 3 or 4 rounds. And now all of a sudden, as the rounds went on, Diego Corrales, that smirk, it slowly started to come down to a frustrated looking frown. And that's what I kind of seen with Robert Guerrero. He started off looking confident. By the 5th and 6th round, he started to look frustrated and constipated. And the whole thing is Floyd Mayweather, everybody was saying, and of course, Floyd, the way people hate, you can't win for losing. When Floyd Mayweather was, earlier in his career when he was moving, and not even moving that much, I'm talking about little subtle, tiny movements. Of course, the haters who don't know nothing about boxing, they were saying he was running. All of a sudden, his last 5 fights, he stood right in front of all of his opponents. Then all of a sudden, everybody starts saying he ain't got no more legs. He getting old. Look, he can't move no more. So this fight right here, it proved that Floyd Mayweather could do every single thing that he has been doing since he was a young man. Like I said, he stood and delivered. He moved around the ring with beautiful ring generalship. And understand something. Some people can move around the ring. Like Canelo Alvarez, for example. He can move around the ring, but when he moves around the ring, he gives up the round. Okay, he doesn't really punch. He just gives the round away. When Floyd Mayweather moves around the ring, he still is winning the round. He's still in control of the fight, of the round. He's still dictating the pace, and that's what shows the mark of a fighter who's on a different level than anyone else. Okay, and somebody sent me a message in response to my pound for pound top 10 list I did, and of course a few people didn't understand why I didn't have Sergio Martinez on my list anymore. And this one guy, he sent me a message, said, "Hey Dante, you have to understand Sergio Martinez is 38 years old, so of course he's going to look like he's 38. He's not going to fight like he's 28." And I completely disagree with that, because Floyd Mayweather just showed tonight or this weekend that he was 36 and he was fighting like he was 26. You see? So, I mean, there is no excuse when it comes to the age. Not only that, Sergio Martinez, he had an excuse that he injured his hand. Well, guess what? Floyd Mayweather injured his hand too. Did you see Floyd Mayweather get knocked down? Did you see Floyd Mayweather get hit with 1-2s over and over again? No. And I told you guys this before this fight happened. I told you Floyd Mayweather had been in fights before where he injured his hand, and that didn't cause him to lose rounds. Floyd is on a whole different level than all of these fighters, at least the vast majority of them. Okay? It's going to take a real special guy to beat Floyd Mayweather. And that's the reason why, a lot of people want to see Floyd fight Canelo Alvarez, because Canelo Alvarez is extremely strong and he's way bigger than Floyd Mayweather. And a lot of people, they feel that Floyd Mayweather is so gifted and talented, the only way you can really even it out is if you give somebody a hell of a head start in the race, right? But like I told you guys before, I really doubt that fight is going to happen unless Canelo is willing to come all the way down to like 152 or something like that, and then he probably won't be able to blow up to 172 like he did with Austin Trout, which would probably end up draining him. So I think Canelo Alvarez, he needs to go ahead and just fight cats that's around his own size. And now, like I said, who knows, man? Hopefully the fight does happen. Of course, this is the kind of fight that will really cap off Floyd Mayweather's career, and it's the type of fight that would really establish Canelo Alvarez, right? But there's other fights out there that Floyd Mayweather can take to put a cap on his career. I still think the Manny Pacquiao fight, if Manny gets past Brandon Rios, which that's a real good fight, and I'm going to make a video about that one as well. But if Manny could get past Brandon Rios, especially if Manny can knock out Brandon Rios, that would be extremely impressive, and that would really build up a Mayweather-Pacquiao fight all over again. Right now they're talking about Mayweather maybe fighting Danny Garcia, Amir Khan, or even Victor Ortiz in his next fight. All right, I mean, those, as far as I'm concerned, those are all good fights. Danny Garcia, that would be a really good fight. I really would have rather Danny Garcia finish off that tournament before he fought Floyd, because then the stakes would be even higher. He would come in with even a higher resume. If he were to beat the winner of Matisse versus Peterson, right? So, nevertheless, man, like I said, it was an extremely impressive performance by Floyd Mayweather. I mean, I was expecting to see a little ring rust. There was no signs of ring rust. I mean, the man had legs like he was 20 years old, and it was just a really impressive performance. He frustrated and befuddled Robert Guerrero in every different way. And, like I told you guys before in my prediction, in my last video, I told you guys that I truly believe that if Guerrero were to fight Pacquiao, Bradley, Marquez, he would beat some of those guys, if not make the fight extremely tooth and nail. So that's just how good he is. So, they're talking about now Guerrero going against Victor Ortiz, which would be another good fight, but I really want to see Guerrero go up against, the names I just mentioned, Bradley, Marquez, Pacquiao, because I know styles make fights. Those will be competitive. Okay, so hopefully I didn't miss anything, because like I said, this is my third time trying to make this video, and my original video, of course, was the best one, and I'm trying to remember every single thing I said in that video. But if not, hey, maybe I'll make another one. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and close this down, and I'll catch up with you guys. I'm on to the next one.